What's up, guys? It's Dan Camacho here, and the markets are being rattled today, this week, and things are getting very, very interesting. The price of gold has skyrocketed to over 4,000. It's almost like 4,500 at the moment. Silver, the price of silver has skyrocketed over $50. The price of Bitcoin has been going down. It's tanking, guys. Bitcoin has been going down. It's at 106 after an all-time high of about 126,000. What is going on in the markets today? I'm going to try to break it down for you and show you exactly what is happening. All right, let's jump right into it. All right, so Bitcoin, as you can see on the monthly chart here, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 126,000 approximately, right? Now we've seen a downtrend. We're seeing a downtrend. It's at about 106,000 at the moment. Could go down even further to closer to 78 or so. Don't hold your breath if that happens. Also, what continues to happen, the gold and silver markets are pumping. Look at this is the price of gold right now, the monthly chart. The price of gold is going, or sorry, the price of silver is going parabolic. This is a parabolic chart. Boom, look at that. All the way down from about $14 an ounce up to about a $54, $55 an ounce. Glad I bought silver in 2020, 2021. I was stacking a bit then, and I'm glad I did that now as we're seeing parabolic highs with silver. Look at the volume here. The volume is going nuts. What is happening in the markets? I mean, what is happening here? Something is going on. Something very strange is going on. Let's look at gold here. Let's check out gold. Price of gold is also going parabolic. It's about $4,200 right now. It's gone up to about $4,400 just recently. And we're not seeing that slow down anytime soon. This chart is insane. But what's actually happening here? I mean, why are the markets all of a sudden pumping in gold? There's something like $30 trillion that has been pumped into gold in the last, let's say, month. Even in the last 2 weeks, gold's gone up about 10%. 10% is a lot for a gold world-based global market. Adding $30 trillion to that market is actually insane. So what's actually going on with these prices right now? Does anybody know? Not sure if anybody knows, but there are some theories floating around. There's theories about, the price of gold, silver, and other assets being pumped in order to buy up all of the crypto assets at low prices as they're being depreciated as we speak. One other interesting thing, if you look at palladium, palladium is another kind of metal. It's just starting to go parabolic. So there could be an opportunity in palladium. XPD is the ticker. But look at this. It's at about 1,500 right now. It shot up to about 1,700 just a few days ago, coming up from a under $1,900 mark. And it could go as high as 3,000 or higher, depending on how this market plays out. But it's definitely poised to peak upward. So now let's go take a look quickly back at Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin? So this is the monthly chart. If I go down to the weekly chart, we've seen a huge drop just in the last day or two of Bitcoin. Is it stabilizing? Not sure. It looks like it could be stabilizing here a little bit. Ooh, I just realized that I am not sharing my screen, but let's take a look at, let's take a look here. Whoops, 7. All right, so this is the price of, oh man. Okay, this is the price of Bitcoin. I realized I wasn't sharing there with Palladium, so let's go back and do that really quickly here. So this is the price of Palladium. It's a different metal. You can see it dropped here, but let's go back to the monthly chart. You can see on the monthly chart, Palladium is just about to ramp up. It's just about to go parabolic right now. It was at an all-time high of, let's see, about $3,400. Now we're down at about $1,500, coming up from about $900. So we're just starting to run with Palladium. So that could be an opportunity, could go above 3,000 if the market keeps continuing upward as it is with the metals. That's happening now. Bitcoin has seen a large drop, right, in the last couple of days. Let's go to the 1-day chart here. You can see it's totally dropped. It tanked about, let's see, 20% in the last just few days here, last week or so, and it could drop lower, although it could be stabilizing. We could see a pump up, but what is actually going on in this market? It's hard to actually know, but there are some wild theories going on right now, right? So if you remember back, several months back, President Trump, he actually created this company, World Financial Liberty, with If you remember what President Trump did a few months back, and if we just go to worldfinancialliberty.com, where DeFi meets TradFi, bridging legacy finance and open economy with purpose-built on-chain products, right? Trade WL5. So this is a company that President Trump and his family actually set up in order to create an issuing company of stable coins. And if you remember who's on this board here, Donald Trump is one of the founders of this company, as well as his family, right? Eric, Donald, and Barron Trump. There's also a number of other notable figures in here: Alex Witkoff, Zach Witkoff, Steve Witkoff. A number of these folks have been involved in a number of crypto moves, and there's a few others that are not on this list that have been involved in crypto from the early days. So what's actually going on here? What is being built with World Financial Liberty? What are they trying to actually do, and how does it relate to what's going on in the market, right now today, as we see with gold, silver, palladium, and the price of Bitcoin dropping? How does this all relate? So what is actually President Trump and the Trump administration about to do? There are some wild theories out there right now. If you go to this guy, Christopher Green, he's basically saying this is what's about to happen. He's saying step one, the government's going to pump gold and silver prices using institutional money and manipulate it higher with the full force of Wall Street and BlackRock. This doesn't sound too crazy, right? They're pumping the price of gold and silver higher with institutional money, which is in the trillions, definitely the billions, maybe not. I mean, if not the trillions, right? So they're running up the price of gold and silver, and they're crashing Bitcoin at the exact same time, flushing out all of the leveraged traders. So what they're doing is bringing gold and silver and those metal asset prices, commodity asset prices, way, way, way up through the roof, right? Remember the audit on Fort Knox? It never happened. Or did it happen? We don't know, right? We never got any public information about that. But let's say it just happened. They did an audit. They accounted for how much gold we have. Now they're pumping up the price of gold and silver using institutional monies while flushing out all of the crypto leverage traders, bringing the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies down significantly, right? That's step one. Step two, use the gold you control for Fort Knox and other vaults, old money, that you can just manipulate higher to purchase all of the new money, crypto, Bitcoin, stable coins, using inflated gold currency. So think about it. If they pump the price of gold, they pump the price of silver way through the roof, they could then use the higher priced assets to buy the cheaper priced Bitcoin and crypto assets and stablecoin assets, right? This then gives them leverage to transition the system from the old system to the new system, while also profiting significantly in levels of wealth unheard of since like the Rockefellers and the JP Morgan family and these other big name families that have made mega wealth over the last centuries. So step three is to pay off the national debt and reset the system as planned with the new stablecoin dollars printed out of the air, collateralized by inflated gold, silver. They pumped money out of thin air, right? So remember that they started World Financial Reserve, right? Sorry, World Financial Liberty, where they can actually control the issuance of stable coins. They could issue their own stable coins, and they could also issue their own crypto assets like WLFI, right? So I don't know what that means for that asset specifically, but something is definitely brewing here. Something is definitely fishy, and something is going on. Gold does not just pump to $30 trillion higher in a few weeks if nothing is going on. So step four, write legislation and declare executive actions, much like FDR with gold confiscation in the 30s, unlock golden age and introduce the new reset, right? Step four has not happened yet. Step three has not happened yet. A number of these things haven't happened yet, but this is speculation from this guy, Christopher Green, who's a bit eccentric, have to be honest, but it's a viable theory, maybe not exactly right. Maybe not, all those exact details are going to play out and happen. Something is definitely happening though, right? Definitely happening to the price of gold. Something is definitely going on. Whoops. Let's say gold. We'll get the price of gold here and show you again. It's going through the roof. You don't add this for nothing, right? So anyway, I don't know exactly what is happening here, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm Dan Crypto Camacho. Hopefully you found this interesting, and let me know what you think is going on with gold, silver, Bitcoin, and other assets. Right now, there is an opportunity to make some money and to see what's going on in these volatile markets. Good luck, be safe, and we'll see you on the other side.